The first step in the process is to lay out your mat. This is our largest mat, it's 4 by 8 meters. The material is a non-woven geotextile that's made so it's great for fishing, it's great for making a nice lake bottom, and then also it's permeable to let when weeds and muck are releasing gases go through without creating bubbles. So the next portion of the process is to put together the frame and the mat. We'll connect each piece by simply slide the poles in and keep adding on until it reaches the end. So you'll repeat the process. Final corner is always very tough, but it's important that the mat is tight and taut. So sometimes you need to use a little bit of a mallet or something to get it in, but usually you can just push it down and connect the pieces by hand. When putting together the MuckMat, I recommend that you take apart the geogrid and lay it out to help it flatten, because it's been in a box for a while. When handling the geogrid, you might want to use gloves because it can be a little prickly. Don't worry, once it's in the water, that's meant to sink and really stick into that muck to make sure your mat is not moving and make sure the sediments aren't moving back and forth. Once the top part, the mat, is assembled with the frame, we're going to place it on top of the geogrid and connect it with the zip ties that are in the box. Once the mat is over the geogrid, pull the geogrid taut and make sure that there's a little overlap on the sides. Use a zip tie on each side of the corner to secure the mat to the geogrid, and then place the cover over the corner. In the middle of the mat, there's little slits with the air holes to connect your geogrid to the mat center. And there you have it, the MuckMat Pro, the 4x8 put together in 30 minutes by one person. Obviously would have been a lot easier if I had a little help from some friends. But once it's together, you simply place it in the water, let it sink down, and you've got the perfect lake bottom.